Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob.
And Amy.
And this video, part 3, catching up. We're going to talk some Godzilla. Godzilla! Yes. Yes.
Yes, Rob asked me to watch the 2014 Godzilla.
And she did.
I did.
Your thoughts?
I liked it. I liked it a lot. I loved how they incorporated the test footage from the nuclear tests back in the 50s. I thought that was wonderful. It gave it that sense of realism that it was part of our world.
Yep.
I really liked that. I liked some of the little Easter eggs. Like I caught the Mothra, the terrarium with the little Mothra tag on that one there.
Absolutely.
I caught that. So that was cool.
What did you think when he shot his breath for the first time?
That was great, because when you showed me the comic book Godzilla in Hell, it was cool to actually see it on film.
That scene for me was just epic. When I first saw it in the theater, I just was beside myself. I was like, wow.
And it looked real. Like it didn't look
it
like...
wasn't just like,
yeah,
you know, it
exactly.
was a build up and you saw his back light up. And
yeah.
What did you think about the Muto monsters?
They were cool. I liked how there was a male and a female, and because at first when I thought that maybe Godzilla, like it was nice that Godzilla wasn't the bad guy of the story. I mean, he was a threat, but he was like, leave me alone, you know?
Yeah, he was just an animal trying to go after his prey.
Right.
And he didn't really care, he didn't care about the humans, like whatever.
We were like ants to him.
Yeah, he trudged through the city. If you were in his way, you died.
You died, yeah.
And if you weren't, all right.
Yeah.
So, so you liked it very good.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
What did you, now, some people were very upset with like the death of Bryan Cranston so soon in the movie.
Yeah.
That was a little disappointing.
I really felt that there was a bit of a disconnect with the characters. Like you didn't have him throughout the story, because I felt like he would have really helped.
I think he would have
because his son really didn't know much about it. I mean, he was a bomb diffuser, and so
right. And not only that, I just thought, you know, one thing I'm starting to notice about Aaron Taylor Johnson, because I do like him a lot as an actor. His big films, for me right now, it's kind of like he's cracked under the pressure. I wasn't too crazy about him as Quicksilver. He was okay. I didn't like him in Godzilla at all. I thought he was flat. In my opinion, I thought he was flat. But I like him in all his other movies. You know,
I thought it was funny that Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver were in
Right.
Godzilla.
A lot of people thought that was hilarious. I'm like, wait a minute, they're making out. It's incest. This is not Game of Thrones. So good. Yeah. So obviously a very good movie. He did very good at the box office, and now we know the sequel's coming out in 2018. That's obviously, we have another movie coming out in 2016 from Japan. Toho's making their own film. That started filming already. Actually, more recently, there's been a lot of news regarding that. There's already been some footage shown from the set. So that's rolling. We'll get that next year. I'm very excited to see what Toho has to do with their Godzilla. And the rumor is that his look is going to be very similar to his 54 origin, but a little bit more ferocious. So they're going for a fear factor.
I really liked how he looked, though, in the 2014 movie.
They did a very good job not only making their own design, but incorporating some of the origins from Toho. I thought it was a great combo of both. So I think they did a solid job. It was a solid start to the American version of Godzilla that wasn't what
Matthew Broderick.
Matthew Broderick, yeah. So, but here's the big news regarding the kaiju universe.
Okay.
Godzilla versus King Kong.
I loved King Kong growing up.
Yes. Back in the 60s, made $350 million in the Japanese box office.
Can you imagine what that would be like in today's dollars?
It'd probably be double, possibly triple. $350 million in the Japanese box office, $1.25 million in America. This is not including all the sales of the footage on tape or DVD from that point forward.
Right.
So, a big, big potential moneymaker.
Yeah.
So what does Warner Brothers do? Now we have King Kong under the Warner Brother banner.
Wow, and that's always been Universal.
It's always been Universal. Now it's under the Warner Brothers banner, as is Godzilla, because even though Legendary is not with Warner Brothers anymore, they still share Godzilla, the rights.
Sure.
So, the big news now is that we may be getting a reboot or a rehash or a different iteration of King Kong versus Godzilla.
Ooh.
Two of the biggest iconic monsters in cinema. And I gotta say, I'm fairly excited.
I can imagine.
I'm fairly excited.
This is your realm.
This is my realm. I live with the monsters.
And speaking of monsters, I think...
Yes, thank you. My article. Yes, so this was, many of you who are on the Nation Facebook page remember me talking about this back in July, that a woman by the name of Kelly Dunn. Kelly, if you're watching, thank you very much again for the opportunity. Found one of my videos discussing Godzilla versus Cthulhu H.R. Lovecraft from Boston.
That's right.
From Boston,
That's
another
right.
Bostonite. And the big debate of whether or not Godzilla could ever be Cthulhu or vice versa. And I don't want to get too much into it because it is a large article.
Yeah, very large.
And it includes pieces from further back. Thank you.
Yeah, it's like the middle. It's like the
right
circle.
here. We got it. We got it. There we are.
There we are.
All right. So, and basically myself, Max Bornstein. Yes, me and Max were on the same team. Sean Branney, Nancy Holder, Mike D. McCarty, Juan Vu, and Henrik I'm going to say Mueller.
Yeah, Mueller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And basically, 3 of us were for Godzilla. The other 3 were for
Cthulhu.
Many debates going back and forth in this magazine regarding who would win. I said my piece. And when I do a specific Godzilla video, I'll word for word talk about... In fact, we'll do a Godzilla versus Cthulhu discussion video, and I'll get into more detail about this magazine. But it has been out for quite some time, actually. I just haven't been able to do videos. So, and that was a lot of fun to do that. So, Kelly, I want to thank you for the opportunity. And in terms of Godzilla, here's the thing. A lot of people saying Godzilla vs. King Kong. There's people that are for it. There are people that are against it. I actually did not like the original movie, to be honest. I didn't.
Oh, the 60s?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I thought the costumes were goofy. Mm-hmm. I thought it was just a horrendous movie. But here's the reason why I'm all for this now. Mm-hmm. It's not necessarily because of the fact that it's Godzilla vs. King Kong. Because theoretically, when you look at their stories, they shouldn't even be facing each other. King Kong is only about 30 or 40 feet tall.
Right.
Godzilla is about 300 feet tall.
Sure.
So, but I'm for this because it's the resurgence of monster classic movies, man. It is the comeback of kaijus, man. And that's what I'm all for. And love it or hate it, everyone and their mothers will go see this.
Oh, yeah. It sounds like a fun summertime movie.
It really will be a lot of fun if they do this. It's no guarantee yet, but the stage is set. Negotiations are at least in place.
I hope they can somehow make it part of our world like they did with the 2014 Godzilla, because it kind of helps make it a little bit more, a little bit better.
Yeah, and that's a lot of people's concern, is that by doing this, you take that realism away. I have to disagree. I think that when it comes to story writing, there's a million reasons you can make King Kong about as tall as Godzilla. Yeah,
I mean, the whole Jurassic Park thing, and, you know, it's very... the circus, or just having today's world finding something new, like a creature like a Godzilla or King Kong.
Yeah, and you know, now what they're doing is there are rumors that they might even get Pacific Rim involved. You know, these are things I talked about over a year ago, and people laughed. Oh, it'll never happen. And I love when people say that. I love when I look in comments and people say, "Oh, that'll never happen."
Never say never.
Never say never, because it looks like it might be happening. And even if it doesn't, I can tell you right now they're talking about it. There's no way they're not. They're shooting ideas. I said this months ago. Now, here's the funny thing. I don't know if you know this. In Japan, when it comes to rights and stuff like that, they do things a little bit differently.
Okay.
It's not contractual. Basically, if Toho didn't want this, they get to say no. And that's it. All gone.
Oh.
I can guarantee right now, Toho was looking at that $350 million box office back in the 60s in Japan. So
I would be too.
It kind of makes it hard to say no.
Yeah.
But the question is, who will win?
Ah.
Do you take the American power that is King Kong and make him the victor over the king of monsters? Or do you take the world-loved kaiju, Godzilla, born in Japan, and make him beat King Kong?
I mean, that's a toughie, but I mean, he's got that beam breath. I'm like, how could Godzilla stand? I mean, how could King Kong stand up to that?
Yeah, and it should be interesting. But we'll see what happens there. It's not a guarantee yet, but it's looking like it's heading in that direction. I'm in full support of it for the sake of the genre. Mm-hmm. I think it'll do a lot for the genre, and that's what I'm all about. I would love the kaijus to keep going. You know, it was a time there that they were almost gone, at least from America's eyes. And now we're getting a new movie next year for Godzilla from Toho. We got the sequel coming out in 2018. Pacific Rim has hit a bit of a snag. They were supposed to start production in November. They stopped. They pushed it into next year. They haven't changed the release date, which is August 2017. So, but the kaiju genre right now is very healthy. It's very healthy. I'm very excited about that. And I think a Godzilla vs. King Kong movie will only make it jump further. Whether you like the idea or not, it's going to be a good thing for the genre, in my opinion. So you need to start watching some kaiju movies, girl, because they are back.
Okay.
All right, so I have about 28 DVDs you're going to be carrying out of here today.
God! I don't have that much time.
And you need to watch all of them next time before your video. So Amy's going to review every Godzilla movie going forward.
I don't have time for that, buddy. I've got to watch Arrow and The Flash and Legends and Gotham.
That's why you have digital recording. So, but anyway, guys.
I need that Harmony's little time thing so I can go back and do that.
Right.
There you go.
But anyway, guys, we will definitely talk more Godzilla coming up. But that's the gist of what's going on in the Godzilla world. and pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. Guys, let us know how you feel about the potential for a Godzilla versus King Kong. If you look back at my videos, I discussed this over a year ago. People said it would never happen. Hello, under the same flag now. The signs are there.
He's going to be unbearable to be with.
I am going to be very unbearable.
Yeah, horrible.
Absolutely.
Horrible.
Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. For Amy, this is Rob. Signing off for ETN, where we don't do news.
We just talk entertainment.
Peace.
Thank you for watching ETN. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe. Join the nation's Facebook page to meet other subscribers or visit ETN's Facebook page and Twitter page. Links for all are in the description. You're watching ETN. Share and subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob.
And Amy.
And this video, part 3, catching up. We're going to talk some Godzilla. Godzilla! Yes.
Yes, Rob asked me to watch the 2014 Godzilla.
And she did.
I did.
Your thoughts?
I liked it. I liked it a lot. I loved how they incorporated the test footage from the nuclear tests back in the 50s. I thought that was wonderful. It gave it that sense of realism that it was part of our world.
Yep.
I really liked that. I liked some of the little Easter eggs. Like I caught the Mothra, the terrarium with the little Mothra tag on there.
Absolutely.
I caught that. So that was cool.
What did you think when he shot his breath for the first time?
That was great, because when you showed me the comic book Godzilla in Hell, it was cool to actually see it on film.
That scene for me was just epic. When I first saw it in the theater, I just was beside myself. I was like, wow.
And it looked real. Like it didn't look
it
like...
wasn't just like,
it
was a build up, and you saw his back light up. And what did you think about the Muto monsters?
They were cool. I liked how there was a male and a female, and because at first when I thought that maybe Godzilla, like it was nice that Godzilla wasn't the bad guy of the story. I mean, he was a threat, but he was like, leave me alone, you know?
Yeah, he was just an animal trying to go after his prey.
Right.
And he didn't really care he didn't care about the humans. Like,
no,
whatever.
We were like ants to him.
Yeah, he trudged through the city. If you were in his way, you